Hello everyone, I am Rose and Quinoyog, taking up a Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English. And in this video, I'm going to define translation, give its benefits, and differentiate its types. Without further ado, let's get started. In my own stance, what is translation? Translation is the activity or process of converting words from one language into words with the same meaning in another language, merely a translated version of text. And when you do translation, if you are trying to translate the greeting good morning into French, which is bonjour, make sure that you have a broad vocabulary in both languages so that you can translate something to someone easily. So what are the benefits of translation in the field of education? The first one is that it allows the teacher and the student to understand each other. For example, in the classroom, if a teacher is discussing a lesson and there is a complex word in English that the students do not understand, the teacher could translate it into Filipino or Bisaya so that his students could understand that certain word. Another benefit: even if English is not their first language, students may express themselves and be understood. For example, students at Surigao, notably at Northeastern Mindanao State University, came from several localities and spoke variety of language or dialect. So without translation, how can they express themselves and be understood? Another benefit, it trains students to speak English comfortably. Since we are living in a globalized world, and students are expected to work internationally. So translation allows students to gain knowledge about a specific language that he or she could utilize for his or her future profession. And now let us know the difference of various forms of translation or mediation. So these are the intralingual, and intersemiotic translation or mediation. So let us first know what is intralingual translation. It refers to translation within the same language, which can involve rewording or paraphrase, meaning the translation of two versions in the same language. For example, the British and American language. In British, we say biscuits. In American, cookies. In British, we say lift. In English, we say elevator. So the English word is not translated into different language. Another example is the Bible. It has a lot of English version. The King James Version, NIV Version, English Standard Version, and many more. So next is the interlingual translation. The translation from one language to another. So this is what I was talking about a while ago. That the English text or context can be translated into Filipino or Spanish or French or Bisaya. But when you use interlingual translation, should also be aware that you are using it correctly. For example, the word hello. In Korean, you say it 안녕하세요 when you greet someone. But when you want to answer the phone with hello in Korean, you do not say 안녕하세요. Instead, you should say 여보세요. So this requires you as a translator to have a wide knowledge about the language that you're going to translate. So the last one is intersemiotic translation. It is the translation of the verbal sign by a non-verbal sign. To further understand it, let me give you an example. Are you familiar with a language, a sign language? Or have you seen Koreans and Chinese do the bowing? So the non-verbal sign or system, which is the bowing in Korea, when we translate it into verbal system, it means that you are saying hi or thank you, or you're showing your great respect.